titled The Intro. My name is Zaysky, co-hosting is Desmond, and our special guest this week is T. Will. Their Twitters are right underneath their names. This is just the episode, the pilot episode, so it's going to be a little cringy maybe at some points. We don't have an overlay just yet. Chat, I am streaming this on my Twitch, so chat, please don't feel disrespected by me ignoring you guys. This is just the episode. It's going to be uploaded to our YouTube, our social media, and all that has not even been made yet. So I just wanted to go ahead and start this. I'm going to go ahead and let Desmond and then T. Will go ahead and introduce themselves. We got a host coming in and everything. So go ahead, Desmond, go ahead, take it away, man.
Oh, yeah, man. So, Desmond, I've been streaming on Twitch for about 4.5 years or so. I moved in with Zaysky about a month ago, and it's been fucking awesome, you know, seeing the views out here in San Diego. And, I'm gonna let T-Will explain himself.
So I'm T-Will. I've been streaming on Twitch for about, about like 9 months, maybe. And yeah, I've known Zaysky and Desmond for like a really long time, and they've just been awesome. I consider them like awesome friends, and yeah, I'm hyped to be here right now. On this podcast.
Hell yeah, dude. I've been wanting to do this podcast for so long. I mean, at least over a year now. I've hyping people up. I've hyped myself up. I'm like a huge fan now of podcasts. I listen to Joe Rogan is probably one of my favorite podcasts. His podcast he has, and then there's also this is we're streaming on a gaming platform type thing. So Optics podcast is very interesting. A lot of the shit that they talk about is pretty cool, and seeing it from a perspective of gaming, you know, somebody in the gaming you know, genre is cool. So so the reason why we are naming it Random and Reckless is because the topics are going to be very, very random, and the answers sometimes might be a little bit reckless, but it just goes the flow just goes so good. And sometimes reverse, you know, we might go ahead and give you some reckless topics, and the answers are going to be they're going to be like, whoa, I didn't see him, you know, taking that. So I'm geeked up about it. I mean, I wanted to start this with a few guests from like different channels, 2 different YouTube channels and stuff like that. But I think this is good. With Desmond living with me now, we'll be able to go ahead and bounce off each other, and then just have a special guest every episode. And I knew right away, I was like, all right, T Will's gonna be our first guest, because this kid he's hilarious, yo. He does a lot of Sims. So if you guys are Sims fans, he's like the face of Sims. Desmond plays a lot of different type of games. I myself in Call of Duty, I'm big into Fortnite right now. And I'm gonna be super depressed, and gaming's gonna take over my life now because sports is over. Like, I'm a huge football fan. So the playoffs are going on right now. My team's not you know, playing right now, but have you guys ever played football, or were you guys ever big fans of football?
I used to love football back in the day. I haven't really watched a game in like a couple years, but I used to like love football. I was gonna play football for like my high school, but then like I went in and I like actually looked at everything, and they just wanted so much out of your summer. I was like, I don't know about all this. So like I ended up not, but I was gonna play football for like my high school and everything.
Hell yeah.
Probably dodged a bullet too, because our football team was fucking.
What about you, Des?
No, I wasn't really big too much into football. I mean, I played soccer quite a bit, but I played football maybe like on an alternative team, like almost not really like a YMCA, but in that sort of the form.
Yeah.
I was a wide receiver. I only did that for a little bit. I only did that on the side, but I enjoyed it. I love the sport. It's great.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about the information, as of the NFL and all that.
Yeah.
I like watching it though.
Like this sport, hell yeah. I remember one of the first times Desmond and I stepped out, like since he's been here in San Diego. We went to B-Dubs and we were watching a game. We stayed there all day watching the game. We spent about $70, right? $60, $70 at Buffalo Wild Wings getting drinks and food and we're watching this game and we're watching like all the games. Like I had like a discussion with this little kid that was watching the he was watching the Carolina Panthers, and like him and I were cheering like back and forth, and then I was like trying to be outdo some other people that were cheering for like the Vikings, who I don't like. And so yeah, and so we're just going at it. It's fun. B-Dubs, if you've never been to B-Dubs for a sporting event or on a NFL Sunday, it's like it's amazing to go to. So
you know what I absolutely love doing? Me and my friends, we haven't done this in a while, but we love going on like a Saturday night on like a UFC event.
Hell yeah.
Buffalo Wild Wings, they always have like they're honestly my favorite place to go to watch like a fight because it's like they have like all the TVs like at the start of the night, when it's just like prelims and everything, they'll have like other sports on and everything.
Right.
As like the night goes on and the other sports like end up finishing, dude, they turn like every TV onto the main event. It's loud as hell. You can hear everything. And like, obviously like everybody there is usually like into it as well. So, everybody's there like cheering, like getting hype. And it's just, dude, it's an awesome time.
Hell yeah.
Have you seen female UFC? Holy crap!
Oh yeah, dude, it's nuts, bro. It's.
Dude, I know. I remember I haven't really watched UFC in a little bit, but when I did, like Ronda Rousey was still like awesome. She didn't have like that losing streak, and she was like, dude, she was crazy, dude. Like,
definitely somebody I would let her choke me out in the bedroom. But yeah. So anyway, we're at B-Dubs. And I'm watching this game, and it comes down to the very fucking end. And every game was crucial for these final like 3 or 4 games that whenever we went for the Lions for my team. And so I'm going and we have to kick a field goal to take the lead. And literally as soon as the field goal is right after the field goal is kicked, I don't even know if it's good or not. They changed the game because there was like 13 seconds left. And so they changed the game and I was furious. I was like, what the fuck? What are you guys doing? Like we just spent $70 here. You guys are going to change the game to a game that's irrelevant in the first minute of the game, and this has like playoff implications on this. And I was going at it. I was just chewing. I never even, like, I got the general manager's card and everything because I literally, you could ask Desmond, I literally almost got into a fight with the manager there. Like, he was trying to, I'm just puffing his chest, and he's like, I ain't scared of you, what? And I was like, dude, I'm just saying, like, customer service, dude. Like, I spent $70. I have your whole section all hyped. Everybody was, like, such a good time. We were all talking with each other, and from different sports teams. And then all of a sudden, you go and pull some shit like this at the very end. I was furious. I have not been back to that B-Dubs yet, but
yeah, like did they change it back?
No, I mean the game was over. I had to find out what happened on my phone. We just left.
Wow.
Like if I didn't pay, I would have been like, "Yo, let's ditch. let's dine and ditch." It was ridiculous. But no, like I'm huge on football, but here's the thing. So I just signed my son up for flag football, and it's so crazy because this day and age, it's a little scary now with the whole like CTE, scans and all that shit coming out about like the players and having injuries and stuff like that with their brains and shit, and it's just scary. So like it even amplifies it a little bit more when you have a kid that's playing. Like I played football all the way up until until high school, and I had a few concussions. I remember the very first play of my freshman year, I hit the dude so hard, instantly had a bloody nose and started and was dizzy. But at the time, nobody knew. Nobody had concussion protocol or anything like that. There was nothing at the time when I was playing.
Back then, it was just like it was roughhousing. It wasn't like
nobody had. Right.
Those actually inputted?
The concussion protocol I think came after when I want to say when a lot of the players started. I know it was really big when Junior Seau, he was a linebacker in the NFL. He killed himself, and they ended up going in and doing all these tests on his brain, and he had some brain damage. Let me see here. Let me see.
In 2013.
No, yeah, I think it was pretty brain. Let's see here.
I will say it is actually pretty crazy how much like that can affect you because like I used to be like a really big like wrestling fan, like WWE.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, like WWF, and like the whole thing with like Chris Benoit, and like I know it wasn't only brain damage. Like I think there were like steroids were like messing with him too, but like
Right.
the brain damage mixed with the depression and the roid rage, dude, like he just snapped. It's crazy because like he did like. Cause like the thing about like wrestling, people are like, oh, it's fake, and like it is. But when you're doing like what he did, like doing like diving headbutts off of like a fucking ladder, dude, like you're really gonna hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's scary, yo. It's really scary. So yeah, I mean, it's some people joke too. They're like, if you're signing your kid up for football, like that's child abuse, and like it's almost getting to the point where it's like it is really scary, yo. It's super super scary. So I just wanted him to try flag football, see how he likes it. He's a contact kid though. He loves hitting. He wants to tackle. Like that's all he wants to do, and that's how I was when I was growing up. So.
I'm just picturing that, like a scene in a movie, they're all playing, like grabbing the flags, and you got Noah over there just
trying to tackle people and everything. Yeah, absolutely.
It's supposed to be flag.
So, and neither of you guys have kids right now. But I will say that being a parent has just took off. Thanks for the follow. Took off, by the way. I have my time has he'll be 6 January 19th, and these 5 years have just flew by. It's crazy. Like months become weeks and weeks become days. Like it's just insane. So like with me being able to game and everything like that, like it's crazy how I'm able to juggle that. And we are starting next Saturday. He starts that flag football, so that should be pretty fun.
Yeah, and like
cheer him on.
Right?
Yeah, but it's like
a coach. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, T-Will.
Oh no, you're fine. I was just saying, like it's crazy, like even just like how like when you're saying like how time flies, like it's crazy how like when you just stay busy and everything, like you're obviously, like you're busy, like being a parent and like working and like streaming and everything that's keeping you busy, and it's just like when you're busy, it's crazy just how much time flies. Like as some of you like know, I've been filling in for my old band.
Yeah.
We have like a show coming up on Thursday, and it's just crazy like between band practices and like streaming and then like working over the weekends, dude, like. It's crazy that it's already like 2018 because it feels like just like a couple weeks ago, like I was starting up streaming. Feels like just like a couple weeks ago, like I was getting asked to fill in for like my band and everything.
Yeah.
Like it's insane how like I always used to like when I was like when I was like a teenager and stuff, I always just think like people when they were busy, like they're always like overworked and like feeling stressed out and everything. And like I know like for a lot of people that can be the case.
Right.
Like a lot of times like being busy is also just like amazing because like it keeps you like occupied. It keeps you like constantly doing stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean it's
I'm curious, T-Will, but like you mind talking more about your band?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. Cause it's actually funny because this band I was in like as an actual like member back in like 2014. I was the drummer, which was kind of like not a good move because I'm not a good drummer, but they wanted me to play drums for them, so I did. And then like the guitarist decided to kick me out of the band without telling me, and like due to like a lack of like communication, dude, I ended up kind of like not talking to like anybody in the band for a while. But then I actually reconnected with Ed like about like a year and a half ago, because like Zebrahead was coming to New York. That's a band that I really love. They were coming to New York. I wanted to go see them because it's like they don't even play in America, let alone close enough to where I could actually go to a show. So I wanted to go, but I wasn't about to make that like 2.5 hour drive by myself. So I wanted to see like if anybody would go. And Ed, like me and Ed, we have like a really like similar taste in music. So I called him up. I was like, "You want to go?" And then we kind of like reconnected. We kind of like made up. I found out it was it wasn't really Ed's fault. It was the guitarist's fault. And then like for a while we were chilling and everything, and then like I said, like they have shows coming up, like their comeback shows and everything, and they asked me to fill in, and I was like, hell yeah, dude, because like it's like I love that type of music, so I was like, okay, I'm in.
You're in a fucking band, T-Ro. Does that come with Does that come with like any groupies? Are you banging anybody backstage?
We'll see.
And you are going to be streaming this, right? You're gonna try to IRL this?
Yeah, cause like I talked to the band and everything. Not only were they like cool with it, they were like yes, do it. So
hell yeah, dude.
At this point, the only way I think I'm not streaming is if the venue tells me like no, you can't. Otherwise, like I'm definitely streaming it.
Yeah, hell yeah, that'd be good. And that's like exposure for your guys' band. More people that hear that. You guys could maybe possibly do some SoundCloud. I know SoundCloud's really easy to get into, to upload music and stuff like that. So it should be fun. Are you nervous?
Oh, incredibly.
Yeah.
Because like we have such a long set, and we have like a 45-minute set, which is like,
hell yeah.
I mean, it's pop punk, so we have like 10 songs to fill out the set.
Wow.
So I'm like I'm nervous about that, but like all in all, like I'm just excited. Like I'm really excited.
Hell yeah. I never was. I mean, most of you guys know me. I'm like the loud, outspoken one. Like I'm blunt. I have no filter. But I haven't had to really get up in front of anybody like in stage and shit before. Like we used to do shit like for football, like fucking dress up as cheerleaders and dance and shit, like in front of like for assemblies and shit like that, just stupid dumb shit. But I was never into like public speaking and then I never played music or anything to public perform. But football was different. Like you focused, like when I was on the field, I was focusing on on the plays, so it's a little bit different than like what you may you're literally looking at people just staring at you while you sing.
Dude, it's funny, dude, because like you were saying, like I took a public speaking course when I was in college.
Hell yeah.
And like like back when I used to DJ at the bar, like I'd always be making announcements over the microphone, and like I could do that just fine. But then, like, when I took, like, this public speaking course and I had to, like, talk in front of a whole bunch of people, and they're all, like, looking at me and shit, I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, this is crazy. So, yeah, like, I guess I'm a little nervous about that, but, like, I jam the fuck out at practice. I'm gonna be jamming the fuck out at the show. I'm gonna be more, like, hyped than nervous, you know what I mean? So
I do have to ask this. Is it, because I've never been a musician, don't intend on it. I might spit a few bars here and there, but do you play better drunk or high, or do you get drunk? Do you get high? What is it?
I mean, I wouldn't know. I've been sober for like every practice. I'll probably have like a drink or two before we go on, just to kind of like ease myself up.
On the nerves.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I couldn't give you like a straight up answer for that.
Do you know?
Like,
go ahead.
Like just from singing along, like when I drink, I definitely sound like shit when I'm drunk.
Do you?
But, I don't know, maybe like a little bit tipsy, just to like kind of like calm the nerves and shit. Maybe.
Yeah, and I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard that when Ozzy Osbourne was on set, like he was always high and drunk. Like I'm sure there's a lot more other people in bands and stuff that were always high and drunk. But like I feel like that would freak me out and fuck me up even more than being sober. I see why people do it. Like Desmond said, they're probably to calm nerves and feel chill and shit. Like I'm not gonna lie, like when I have chicks come over to the house and everything, I'm smoking a little bit of weed or something before. Like yeah, like I'm just gonna try to calm my nerves, settle my stomach and shit.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially when you're like that big. Like I'm like bugging out about playing in front of like maybe like 10 people, and then you have like Ozzy. He's playing in front of like
Yeah.
50,000.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
holy shit.
It's bugging, yeah. It's crazy. Are you? And I know what type of music you guys are into, but I'm huge right now on Russ and Joyner Lucas. I don't know. I mean, they're rappers, but I got Dez pretty hooked up on it. But
Like they recently came out.
yeah, Russ has been around for a while, and that man masters, produces, he does everything. But Joyner Lucas kind of he did what everyone didn't want him to do. So he's got big. Yeah, and he's gotten big off of doing remixes. He also has some controversial, videos, music videos too, like the "I'm Not Racist." If you've never heard that, go to YouTube, Joyner Lucas, "I'm Not Racist," and watch the video. It's deep as fuck. It's, it's crazy because it's unique. You've never seen it before. He gives two perspectives on what's going on in this world right now, and it's amazing. I mean, if that doesn't win like music video of the year, like I don't know what is, because it is real deep, and the lyrics are really good too. Like the lyrics are just outrageous. Who are you feeling, Tibo?
Well, like in terms of rap music, I love like Kendrick Lamar. Like Humble is awesome.
Yeah.
When it comes to like rap music and stuff like that, I kind of like the more like I guess like party stuff. Like me, like I'll always be bumping to like Beastie Boys.
Yeah, like club music.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah, that's the type of stuff I love to listen to when I'm drunk.
Hell yeah.
Other than that, like I mainly like I just kind of the stuff I listen to, like obviously I listen to like pop punk, like Blink-182, like Zebrahead, Bowling for Soup, stuff like that.
Hell yeah.
And then I love like that old school like pop music, like Backstreet Boys, Sugar Ray, NSYNC, stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Jam out
Yeah.
to that any day of the week.
I will say this. I've said this on stream before, so a few people know. My very first concert was NSYNC, and I remember it's crazy because I loved NSYNC. I had all their albums. Fucking playing fucking Madden on the N64, listening to NSYNC and Bow Wow and shit. So yeah, like Little Bow Wow when he was Lil Bow Wow.
Oh man, I remember Lil Bow Wow.
So
that movie that he was in.
Like Mike.
Yeah.
I was like a huge fan of Bow Wow because at the time, like when we're growing up, there was no little kid that was rapping like as good as he was, and he was with Snoop. He was with who's the other dude that he was always with? There was another dude that he was always with, but Snoop was like his uncle, So now that kid is that dude's. He's gotten caught up numerous times, like lying on social media, and people like fans call him out on it and shit. It's like it's ridiculous. Like just probably like 2 months ago, he was like, yo, flying first class, and took a picture of like a private jet and everything. And somebody tweeted and was like, did you get this picture from this website? And like, yeah, like it was just like, what the fuck? And like, there's been numerous times where Bow Wow just Google it or something, how Bow Wow gets caught up. It's crazy. It's so funny.
He probably just wants to be like relevant again, but it's like dude, it's not like 2001 anymore,
Right?
I mean, if I was him, man, I'd just sit back and just relax and enjoy what he has.
Enjoy, right? But that's what's crazy. That's what's crazy, dude, is like I'm constantly telling people, like, you have to be fucked up in some way to fuck up something when you're that high up there. Like, you look at the sports athletes who are so far up there, so high up there, and they're smoking weed. Like Josh Howard's a perfect example. He's a really good talent in the NFL, but then he gets hooked on weed or he gets hooked on drugs or something like that. And I'm just like, yeah. Yeah, yeah, and not only that, but there's like music people that are into like it's just so much. It's so crazy how you can have it all, but not have it all. But there's gotta be like there's a sickness to that. There's something is wrong if you're willing to go ahead and throw all that shit away.
Yeah, I think what it is like you just have people that get like really famous really fast, and then it goes to their heads. Like just look at like everything that's been going on with Logan Paul.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I've been like, I was watching videos on the subject from like his old friends from like Vine. He started out like genuine. He started out like a great guy, and then he just got like really popular.
I definitely could see that. Yeah. Yeah, it's real toxic. I mean, I don't know. I never, to be honest, I never really cared for him. There was some times where he's been a little funny, but like he's just both Paul brothers are really just loud and just not they're just immature and their audience is a younger crowd. So the shit that they get caught up doing, dude, yeah, the shit that they get caught up in doing is just like it might be funny to kids, but like you're a grown ass man. These dudes are like 22, anywhere from I think like 21 and up. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like Jake Paul's 20 and then Logan Paul's like 22.
Yeah.
Are they twins? Is that what it is?
No, they're brothers. They're from Ohio too. Fuck Ohio people, you know, state of Michigan. Go blue, baby. But
No, yeah, but like it's like and like I thought Logan Paul his lines like I thought they were funny, you know, back in the day. But like yeah, like just like he's getting all this crazy shit and like I've always hated Jake Paul. Like
yeah.
that was always like a rule in my chat. Like I don't care like what songs you request, just don't put fucking
It's every day, bro.
oh my god.
What did you think? What was your first reaction when you heard about Logan Paul and the recent shit where he had the dead body on his vlog?
I mean, honestly, at first, like, I didn't know all the facts, and I thought, like, you know, I wasn't, like, gonna defend him or anything, but I thought, like, people were overreacting, because people were calling for, like, oh, yeah, take his channel down, his career's done, screw
Right.
him. But, like, I didn't really have all the facts, and I guess, like, you know, like, on some level, I could kind of, like, relate to that. I know what it's like to, like, make a mistake that, like, turns a lot of people against you, so, like, I kind of could, like, feel for him. But then, like, I started to read more into it, and, like, I just started to like realize, yeah, he definitely did it because he knew it would spark controversy.
Yeah.
He definitely did it because he knew his fans would defend anything that he did. And it's true because if you watch like any video and somebody like talking about it,
Yeah.
his fan base are always like, you're just mad because he's more famous than you. You're just mad because you're irrelevant.
So here's
Numbers? What?
yeah. And so here's what's thing. This is going ahead and push it into the next one. I have I guess I can forgive the whole Dr. Disrespect thing more than this guy because I mean that's his personal life. He didn't even need he didn't need to go ahead and come on stream and say what he did. He could have kept that shit private, but he did, and I understand why he did. But both these people, Logan Paul and Dr. Disrespect, are getting so much hate, and I see it as like I'm okay with Logan Paul getting more hate than Dr. Disrespect. The whole Dr. Disrespect thing is like I'm totally against cheating. I got into an argument with one of my best friends in high school, and he was like, "Bro, you're just pissed off because it's somebody you used to mess with." No, that's not it at all. Like I don't even fuck with your girlfriend, who his girlfriend was at the time, who he cheated on her, you know, with this chick I used to talk to, and I didn't even care. Like she ended up becoming a stripper at Deja Vu, and so, but like it was just the whole like I've never been about cheating. I'm so against it, but I also like some of the shit that people were saying about Dr. Disrespect. It was just so stupid. It was just like what the fuck did he cheat on you? No, he cheated on his wife. So let him and his wife get their shit together. Like what? I think what pissed people off more is that people were immediately defending him and saying like, we'll still respect you, we'll still watch you, this and that. Which I'm not gonna lie, he's an entertainer. Like I'm going to still watch him. You think about all the other motherfuckers that we watch, like either sports or actors or actresses that fuck up so much, you know. What if they're they're fucking up all this other shit? We're still gonna watch them. I tell you what, if one of my favorite football players cheated on his wife, that's fucked up. But I'm still gonna root for him to win for my team.
I mean, like, dude, like going down, like, I listened to Mest. Their lead singer, like, killed a guy in cold blood. Like, yeah, that's fucked up, but, like, I still like their music, you know?
Yeah, it's
Down to we're all human and we all make mistakes, and the only thing that we can do is just right our wrongs.
right. And I feel like unless you've ever cheated on somebody, or unless you've gotten cheated on, you can't speak on one. You can't speak on the subject. Two, you shouldn't be able to speak on the subject because you don't know Doc in real life. You don't know his wife. What if his wife accepts him back and their family becomes one again and everything's good, and you're still talking shit about him? Like, that complete. To be honest, to me, that's hating. How are you gonna hate on a dude that's able to go as low as this man did and almost ruin his family and be able to bring it back together and better himself, learn from his mistakes and shit, and yet you guys are gonna go ahead and come in and dog him and still not have his back after he fixes the family thing. I mean, I have no idea if they're ever gonna get back together, but you could tell, like, everybody was like, "Oh, he's fake crying." No, you could definitely tell he knew he fucked up.
That was a soul, man.
Yeah,
and who dedicated his life to this? Twitch is Twitch, but you gotta think about it from the IRL aspect. Like, yeah, in front of a camera, yeah, there's stuff in front of the camera, but there's also things that go behind the scene. He went from behind the scene and came and brought it to in front of his audience.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like if he, one second, T-Will, I feel like if he didn't do this and kept streaming, that would be more of a douchebag thing. Like, the fact that he is taking a break, he's focusing on that, and he's trying to go ahead and better his personal life before he comes back, if he comes back. I feel like it would be more of a douchebag thing to do if he just continued to stream and just didn't let, like, hey, you guys, I cheated on my wife, I'm going to try to work on it. But yet he just kept coming and streaming. Like, I feel like that would be a little bit more disrespectful than what he's currently doing.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. I'm saying, like, I think it all matters in, like, how you handle the situation. Because, like, actions speak louder than words. But like you said, he acknowledged that he messed up. He's trying to work on it. And, like, yeah, like, everybody makes mistakes, dude. Like, I get it. People make mistakes. We're not perfect. Like, sometimes things are going to happen. But, like, if you know how to handle the situation, you can, like, handle it well, then I don't think you should be, like, demonized. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely. So I was Desmond and I started watching Dave Chappelle, and and we started watching his stand up and everything. And so Des and I kind of had a little conversation right there. Who if you picked an all-star lineup of comedians, top 5 from way back to now, who would be your top 5?
Does it have to be like stand-up? Can it be like any type of comedian?
It could be like act. Yeah, it could be anything.
Alright, then my top 3 already, definitely Adam Sandler, Will Ferrell, Jim Carrey.
Okay.
Oh, that spectrum right there.
Yeah. I definitely.
I love them all to death. And then let's see, I'd have to think for a minute. If I was gonna like.
I'd put Will Ferrell in my top 5, but I'm a huge fan of stand up, and so
I love stand-up.
I love old school Eddie Murphy. Like, Raw was probably one of the best stand ups I've ever seen, and he was so, like, raunchy, and I think that's why it was so good, is because it was legit raw. Like, he gave it to you raw as fuck. It was so crazy. So
that's at a time where, like, you really, like, people didn't really do that. So it was like,
yeah,
new. And it,
absolutely.
Like, new ground.
Yeah.
For, like, like a whole bunch of, like, people.
I'm gonna say Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, Dave Chappelle, Will Ferrell, Kevin Hart.
I've only seen, like, one thing with Richard Pryor, but I was laughing my ass off the entire time.
Yeah, he's old school. Like, if you really sit there and you watch his shit, he'll, like, fucking blow you away. Des, you got anybody?
Yeah, dude, I do Dave Chappelle, Louis C.K.,
Yo,
Chris Rock, Eddie Murphy.
Chris Rock's good.
I would. Richard Pryor?
Yeah. Do you got one more? I think you only.
Oh, I need one more. Oh, hold on.
Tebow, you still have two more, I think, right, Tebow?
Aziz Ansari.
Yeah, he's
The guy
pretty
who
funny.
made, what was the last show he was in? The Man of Everything or Man of Nothing. That was the most recent thing. Oh, Master of None is the last thing he did.
I'd have to watch that. I don't think I've seen
Yeah, we
it
need to
yet.
watch that together, dude.
Yeah, is it on Netflix?
Yeah.
I'll tell you someone I also love. I also love like Seth MacFarlane because like Family Guy is like one of my favorite
Oh, yeah.
shows.
Yeah.
I never really got too much into like American Dad though, but like Family Guy is just so fucking funny. I love it. I've actually been watching like the newest season because it's on Hulu and everything. I've been like trying to catch up, trying to get to like the newest episode.
I feel like those people, like the writers for South Park and the writers for Family Guy, they're so creative. They're so, and it's like new material too. They never, I mean, fucking South Park's been going on what 20-something years, like, and it never. There's not one episode where I'm just like, kind of over it. Yeah, it's so nuts.
How do they keep getting these ideas? And it's
Yeah.
like so good. It's not like it's like it's not being funny after like season
Yeah.
5. No,
See,
it's so good.
I'll probably get a lot of hate about this, but I was not a big fan of The Simpsons. I know The Simpsons is like their original, like OG of that type of humor, but
I mean,
I just can't. I don't know. And I don't know. I think that's more. It goes for more like a different genre too. I think that's more like older people.
I mean, it's honestly it's kind of funny. It's like back in the day when it first came out, dude. It was like raunchy, it was edgy, and it was like everything. But now, like by comparison, because like today, we got like Family Guy, South Park. We have like all these shows that are just so like messed up and so like just, like push the boundaries and shit. That by comparison, it's like a family show.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen it yet, but fucking Big Mouth on Netflix.
I haven't seen.
Oh my god, you have yes.
Kids.
It's so hilarious. So I was actually on a date with the chick and went back to her place and Netflix and chill. I unfortunately didn't get to chill that much. I just Netflix. But it's a chick and she picks that and I was like, yo, like what the, like it is dirty as fuck, bro. All dirty jokes, like and you have to really have that type of like dirty joke mind to really understand a lot of the jokes or like get it. Like there's like a lion monster that pops out and it's literally it pops out because that's the character's dick, like talking to him as he has a hard on. Like it's so but that's a good one though. Big Mouth is super super funny.
That's amazing.
Speaking of we're gonna dive a little deep, T. Will, because I feel like I don't know you that much. Dez was Netflix and chilling like first week he was here. So what do you look for in a girl, man? What like is just like, oh man, she's making me weak.
Are we just talking about like banging, or are we talking about like serious?
Yeah. Fuck it. So, someone that's just gonna make you like, oh shit, like let me talk to her, let me have a conversation, and then someone that's like, my dick's hard, I want to fuck you.
If we're talking like just like banging, dude, I'm a booty guy.
Hell yeah.
Like boobs are nice and everything, but like the booty is like if your girl has a nice booty, then
Hell yeah. What about you, Dez?
I have to be the same way, bro.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, I think I like booty. I know I like booty, but that was a bad pause. I know I like booty, but like I fucking love lips. Like if they got some nice, if you ain't got no lips, I might not even smash. To be honest, like if you don't have a booty, there's other things that you can go ahead and have. Like if you have nice tits or nice lips. But if you don't have like no booty, I can get over that. But I feel like if you have the tiniest fucking lips, there's nothing I could do. I got big fucking lips. If I'm over here sitting there kissing you and shit, I'm fucking swallowing your face. That just don't sit right with me. You know? So, have you what Netflix and chill is it? Is it a myth for you, or do you actually do it?
I mean, yeah, I don't really do like the whole Netflix and chill thing. I'm more like a Tinder guy. Swipe right.
Tinder guy? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I Netflix and chill, and it's so funny because it's so like whoever came out and said Netflix and chill, that's why it stuck, because it's so real. Like, it's an actual thing. It's not like people actually Netflix, like, and there's memes out now like we're like, we didn't even get to the previews and we started smashing, or like this guy doesn't even have Netflix. Like, hell no, I ain't got no Netflix, yo. So,
I just love the memes of it. Like, when you try to Netflix and chill, but he has like Hulu instead or some shit like that.
Right. It's so crazy. So, okay, so now that we got to the reckless type, what would you want in like an actual girlfriend?
I guess honestly, the thing I look for the most is like I guess like if she has like a good personality, like you can be like the sexiest girl in the world, but if you're boring, like it's not gonna do a damn thing for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For me, she's got to be funny. Like, if she can make me laugh, dude. Like, and it's not like I'm weak on that. Like, I might even put up with you having an attitude, or you being a little bit stuck up, because I don't like everything handed to me on a platter. If she's a little stuck up, then that's a challenge to me, to where I could go ahead and be like, yeah, but humor, I need you to be funny. There's not, like, I consider myself a funny guy, so like my standard of somebody being funny has to be higher than me. Like, you have to be funny. So I mean, shit, I joke all the time. My son's mother is probably one of the funniest females ever, yo, and she doesn't even really try. And I was like, you lucky, you funny. That's how you got a son, that and the booty. But I don't know. It's definitely. What about you, Des? Are you into like a funny chick? What's something where like she has to have, if she has it, you're just like, oh.
I would go back to what T was saying, personality. But if it's personality, there's obviously traits.
Right.
So
what's a deal breaker, Des?
It's a deal breaker. To be honest, someone that has a pretty good concept of what gaming is too.
Yeah.
Someone I could game with or have a hobby with.
But yeah, what would you like? What would be a turn off though? Like, would that turn you off if she didn't want a game or something?
Not more or less, yeah. Because if you're trying to be with someone, you have to at least show some type of initiative, whatever it may be. If they don't even want to show that initiative, then it's just like,
Yeah, I mean, what about you, Tebow? What's a turn off for you? Like, what's like a nope deal breaker? That's a deal breaker.
I guess, yeah, just like I would say, just being like, just kind of being boring, not really having much of a personality. And also, one thing I'm really not into, I know it might come as a shock, but I'm really not into like alternative girls with like the blue hair and like the bangs and shit.
Yeah,
I'm not into that.
oh, piercings, yeah.
I mean, I like tats and piercings. I'm not gonna lie, that's a turn on.
See,
That's a
piercing,
turn
that doesn't bother me too much, but just like the whole like, I don't know,
Emo goth type.
especially,
You
like,
can't overdo it.
yeah, like if they look like fucking Travis Barker, that's a deal breaker. But
Yeah.
tats, like that's not that's not gonna like mess with me too much. But like, I don't know, just like the whole alternative girl, like I guess like attitude, how they like hate life and are like kind of like
Yeah.
for everything. I'm just not really into that.
I think a turn off to me, and one of my main turn offs is not having confidence in yourself. Like, and I know girls say like, oh, guys have to have confidence. I feel like that goes both ways, because if a chick doesn't have confidence in herself, how the fuck are you going to be able to please her if she can't even please herself? And I'm not even talking dirty. Like, I'm talking like, how the fuck are you gonna be able to give her a compliment and her head just be like, whatever, I'm ugly, I don't know.
Confidence is sexy.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like if you're feeling yourself, and then you're gonna allow me to let me feel you, no puns intended.
Exactly, and then sometimes that spills over into like the kind of like annoying when like you're trying to compliment someone and you're like, nah, you're wrong.
Yeah.
It's like when they're fishing for compliments or they just generally don't accept. It's like accept the fucking compliment.
Yeah, absolutely. I just the same way with me, man. And it even goes into like everyday life. Like if I hold a door open for you and you don't say fucking thank you, I'm calling you out, bitch. Motherfucker, you better fucking tell me thank you.
I can't tell you how many times I've held a door open for somebody and they just keep walking. I'm like, alright, fuck me then, right?
Crown you king.
Yeah, dude, I can't. I don't know, man. Do you guys have road rage?
Totally.
Do you?
Dude, I'll be on the road. There'll be like a guy going maybe like a mile under the speed limit. I'll be like, come on, you fucking turtle.
I turn into a straight douchebag if you fuck with me. Like Dez has drove with me, so he knows. But it's just like, if you honk at the horn and there's 0.23 seconds that go by when the light turns green and you're behind me and you honk your horn for me to go, I'm waiting until that bitch turns red and then I'm gonna go and you have to wait there. Like I'm that much of a douchebag. If somebody's riding on my ass, I'm brake checking them all day.
Dude, I remember I have a story about that. I was in the car with my boy and we were just driving around and like that happened. Like a light turned green. Like immediately somebody honked his horn. So what we did. We waited. We didn't wait until the light went red, but we waited until like traffic started coming. We like pulled out really quickly. We made that guy like sit there. I was like, oh, driving by and shit.
Hell yeah. I'd be doing that, the grimy shit.
Yeah, I won't sit at a green light, but I've had plenty of times where I'll be sitting at like a you can turn right on red. There'll be like a car behind me because I get like you can turn right on red and everything, but if I'm not in a rush. I'll just sit there. I'll wait until the light goes green because you're still technically not supposed to do that. They just don't really care if you do.
Right.
So if I'm not in a rush, I'll just sit there. And then if I got someone behind me honking their horn, I'll put my car in park, dude. I'll just listen to my music and then the light goes green.
I think I saw a meme too where it was like, if you honk at me and the light just turns red, I'm putting my makeup on. I'm getting out the car, washing my windows. I'm tying my shoe. I'm doing stretches. I'm doing yoga. Like,
Hey, Zay, I'm a step for a second. You need anything?
So we're coming up on about 47 right now. 47 minutes. I'd like for this podcast to go around 60 minutes. But this is the pilot episode. This is episode 1. I just wanted to kind of introduce what this is. It's going to be random and reckless. It's going to be just off the wall. We're going to be bouncing off top. I mean, today we went from football to Logan Paul to Dr. Disrespect to music we like to chicks we like to, that's how random this shit's going to be. We're not really going to have any topics. If there's something that pops up, and we really want to heavy on it, then that's going to be the thing. Like, we might get serious at some points on topics that we want to cover. We might get a little, it might be like a good time. Like, this one was pretty fun. But there might be times where we get in a debate, and I'm not going to agree with whoever's on the mic, with us. So we are going to be doing special guests. If you want to be a special guest on the podcast and go through just random shit, you're gonna be interrogated. T. Will got called out a lot, about some Netflix and chilling, what he likes, what his dislikes. People will get called out when they're on the podcast. So just if you want to go ahead and be on the podcast, go ahead at me, tell me that you're down. I'll retweet you. Keep an eye out on the social medias too. The YouTube and the Twitter will be made tonight. So we'll go ahead and we'll be promoting those a lot just so you could follow them. We'll be able to upload stuff. I'm not sure if I want to continue to stream this on Twitch and then wait a few days, get some artwork done on it, and then upload it to YouTube, or if I want to just stream it right to YouTube. That way it's already on there. So I'm not sure. You know, and another thing too is I do see, I have the chat up, the Twitch chat up. I see all you guys, you know, typing in chat. I appreciate you guys so much for coming. But also, like, don't get, you know, don't feel disrespected or anything that I didn't really welcome you or say hi or anything like that when you guys have came in. Just because we really, really want to focus on the discussions. We want to focus on, you know, the podcast, you know, itself. That's another reason why I think we might just go with a black screen and no face cams or anything, just so it could be straight to what we're talking about. I want to give a big fucking thanks to T Will for coming on the first episode. You were great, bro. And then Desmond, he's the co-host. We're gonna be, well, you know, it's gonna get better, you guys. This is just a pilot episode. This is just the intro to what we have in store. So Random and Reckless is gonna grow. It's my heart. I love fucking just having a session and just talking to my homies about whatever it is, whatever's going on in your life. As you could see in the blue, those are our Twitter handles. Please do me a favor and follow both these guys if you aren't already. Desmond's like my brother now. He really is. I mean, he's living with me now, so you know, he motivates me, you know, as far in grinding, because Desmond also streams too, so does T Will. So if you go to their ats, their links are in their bio. If it's not, just go ahead, ask them, ask me too. But again, I want to thank you guys so much for coming by. We're coming up on right around 60 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and let Dez and T Will talk, and we'll close it up for episode 1.
I guess I just have one thing I wanted to ask, because, like, you know, you mentioned, like, you know, Desmond moved in and everything. How's that been?
Good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Des, don't try to lie, motherfucker. There's been ups and downs. I mean, I feel like that wouldn't be real. You know, if everything was fucking good and gravy.
That's just every friendship.
Yeah,
you know, like I told you guys about, like, you know, like friendships I've had in the past, and you can't expect everything to be like exactly happy 100% of the time.
Absolutely. And Desmond's like I said, I consider Desmond my younger brother, and I love the fact that I can tell Des shit and he don't get butthurt. He goes with it. If I'm fucking, you know, calling him out on something, like, he still goes with it. So I think that, and I will never if there's a point in life and I'm ever giving you advice on anything, or I'm talking to you, I'm gonna be as real as possible with you, because if what benefits from me lying to you or not being real with you, you know? Like, I'd rather just be super cool and be real with you. And if you can take my criticism, or if you could take me being a real dude, then you and I are gonna be best friends, or you know, you'll be in my circle, and I'll definitely be able to go ahead, you know, and rock with you and keep you in my circle. And if you're in my circle, I will go 120% for you whenever I need to. You know, if you need me, I got you. If you need me to promote anything, I got you guys. And I think that's why I'm so cool and so happy that I have T Will and Desmond, you know, rocking with me right now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna be a hell of a journey, y'all.
Hell yeah, 2018 is not ready.
I swear. So again, thank you guys so much for tuning in to episode 1, the intro, Random and Reckless. It's probably going to be on a YouTube channel near you in about 1 or 2 days. I got to go ahead and make everything up. Again, follow their @, Random and Reckless. We're signing out, yo. Thank you guys so much.